Do you know what it feels like to be buried alive? Not in dirt, but in expectations, in judgment, in silence that screams louder than any words. You're alive, but it doesn't feel like living. The weight of the world presses down on your chest, and every breath feels like a battle. They said I wasn't enough, too weak, too broken, too small to matter. Their words weren't just insults, they were daggers, aiming for the heart. But here's the thing, I never needed their approval. I never needed their pity. What I needed was the fire inside me to wake up. Have you ever looked in the mirror and hated the reflection staring back at you? Have you ever felt like the person in the glass was your enemy, your biggest failure? This isn't about proving them wrong with words. Words are cheap. This is about action, about showing them, showing you what you're truly capable of. Pain, doubt, and betrayal. Those are the teachers, the battle scars that prove you're alive. And if you're standing here, still breathing, still fighting, you've already won half the war. The question is, are you ready to finish it? Pain doesn't knock on your door. It breaks it down, invades your soul, and takes what it wants. It's not a visitor, it's a captor. And when it comes, it doesn't come alone. It brings its friends. Loneliness, despair, self-doubt. They tell you to stay strong, but what they don't understand is strength isn't something you wear like armor. It's forged in the fire of your worst moments. The nights when you cry until your chest feels hollow. The days when you walk through the world feeling invisible, like a ghost no one cares to notice. Society loves to cheer for the survivor, but it turns its back on the struggler. They see your pain and look away because it reminds them of their own fragility. They want the triumph, not the struggle. And then there's the voice in your head, the cruelest of all. It whispers your failures like a broken record. You're not enough. You never were. But here's the truth they don't want you to know. Pain doesn't destroy you. It reshapes you. Like chains pulling you down, it forces you to decide, sink or break free. It's in those moments, when your knees hit the ground, that you find out who you really are. Every scar you carry isn't just a wound, it's a story. A story of survival, of resilience, of a soul that refused to quit. Because pain isn't the end. It's the beginning of something greater. I bleed. I break. But I rise. And I'll keep rising until I'm untouchable. You see, they thought they buried me, but they didn't realize I was a seed. Every insult, every betrayal, every failure, it wasn't my end. It was my beginning. My roots dug deeper. My resolve grew stronger. When you're at your lowest, something incredible happens. You stop caring about the opinions of the world. You stop looking for validation. You start fighting for one thing, yourself. It's not an easy fight. It's brutal. It's raw. It's the kind of battle that leaves you bloody and gasping for air. but it's the fight that makes you unstoppable. Do you think warriors are born in comfort? Number. They're born in chaos, in fire, in moments of sheer desperation, when surrender feels like the only option. But they don't surrender. They rise, again and again. So I fought. I clawed my way out of the darkness, not because I wanted to prove them wrong, but because I refused to prove myself right when I doubted my own worth. And here's the secret they don't tell you. The world can take everything from you, but it can't take your spirit. That's yours to command, yours to unleash. Strength isn't loud. It doesn't boast or demand attention. Real strength is quiet. It's in the lonely nights when you're the only one holding yourself together. They say strength comes from numbers, but what they don't understand is true strength comes from standing alone, from facing the darkness without a hand to hold. Loneliness isn't a weakness. It's a crucible. A fire that burns away the lies you tell yourself and leaves you with nothing but the truth. And the truth is this: you don't need anyone else to validate your worth. Your strength isn't in their applause or their approval. It's in the silence of your own resolve. They say scars make you ugly. I say they make you invincible. Because every scar is proof you've walked through hell and come out the other side. The scars aren't just wounds. They're proof of survival. They're reminders of every battle you fought and every victory you claimed. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up. It means understanding that the world doesn't owe you anything. And that's okay. You don't need the world to owe you, because you owe yourself. You owe yourself the chance to rise, to fight, to live. Life isn't fair. It never was. But fairness doesn't define you. Resilience does. Strength does. The choice to keep moving forward does. So take every scar, every wound, every betrayal, and wear them like armor. Let them remind you that you're unbreakable, that you're not just surviving, you're thriving. Pain may shape us, but it doesn't define us. What defines us is how we rise from it, how we turn our struggles into strength, our scars into symbols of survival. So here's my challenge to you. Stop waiting for their words. Stop seeking their approval. Stop letting their doubts become your truth. Rise. Fight. Prove them wrong, not with words, but with your actions, with your resilience, with the unshakable truth that you are more than enough. Because warriors never quit. And you are a warrior. Now go. Show the world what you're made of. Don't miss out on content that ignites your inner warrior. Hit subscribe now and join a community of unstoppable fighters. Let's rise together.